Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. So today we are going to learn about the simulation of inverting summing amplifier by using op-amp LM741. Okay, and in the last video we have understood about the simulation of non-inverting summing amplifier. Okay, so what is difference between basically inverting summing amplifier and non-inverting summing amplifier? You can see here in the inverting summing amplifier, the input is connected to the minus terminal of an op-amp 741. Okay, so in non-inverting summing amplifier, the input has to be connected to the plus terminal or non-inverting terminal of an op-amp LM741. So this is basically the difference between inverting summing amplifier and non-inverting summing amplifier. Okay, so before I run the simulation and I'll show you the result of this circuit, let me try to explain you how this circuit works theoretically and how you can find the different values here. Okay, so let us say if you want to calculate the output voltage for this inverting summing amplifier, okay, which is given by V out. You can see here V out. So V out equals to A1 into V1 plus A2 into V3 plus A2 into V3 and plus A3 into V4, where you see V1, V3, V4 are the voltages. Okay, so you see V1 is input voltage, V3 is input voltage, and V4 is input voltage. Now what is the A1, A2 and A3? So A1, A2 and A3 basically are the gain of this circuit. Okay, so for A1 is the gain of V1, let me say. A2 is the gain of V3 and A3 is the gain of V4. Okay, now how will you calculate the gain A1, A2 and A3? So to calculate the given gain A1 equals to R2 divided by R3. So you see here the feedback resistor divided by input resistor. So the feedback resistance value is 9K and your R3 is input resistance value is 1K. Minus 9K divided by 1K, it will become minus 9. A2, the second gain, is given by minus R2 divided by R4. That means minus 9K divided by 1K, you will get minus 9. A3 equals to minus R2 divided by R5 equals to minus 9K divided by 1K, you will get minus 9. So you can see here the gain, the three different gains for these circuits are same. You can see here A1, A2 and A3, all three are the same. Now let me put this value in the formula. So V out equals to 0.1 is the V1, the first input voltage V1 into minus 9, 0.2 into minus 9 plus 0.3 into minus 9. And if you solve, if you multiply all three's value and if you do some math, you will get minus 5.5, minus 5.4 volt at output. Okay, so since your input is connected at inverting terminal of an op-amp, your output should be negative. Okay, your output should be negative, since in inverting amplifier the output is out of phase with input amplifier. If input is positive, output has to be negative. Okay, so let us say for this circuit our V out equals to minus 5.4. You can see here. Okay, so if you have any question, please ask in comment section. I'm happy to help you here, but you have to understand this concept very carefully. Let me explain this once. V out equals to A1 into V1 plus A2 into V3 plus A3 into V4. You can see where A1, A2 and A3 are the gain of this circuit, and V1, V2, V1, V3, V4 as the input voltages you can see here of this circuit. Okay, now you can calculate the individually gain for this circuit. So A1 equals to minus R2 by R3, that is minus 9K, minus 9. A2 equals to minus R2 by R4, again minus 9. A3 equals to minus R2 by R4, R5 here, minus 9. Now you can put these value here. So 0.1 into 9 volt plus 0.2 into 9 volt plus 0.3 into 9 volt, and if you calculate, you can see here it's minus 5.4 volt. Okay, you may ask why we have V5 and V6. Okay, so V5 is minus 12 volt and V6 is plus 12 volt. So these are the basically the supply of your LM741, the supply of your operational amplifier. Okay, so why I have given here the negative supply? The reason is that if you don't connect your op-amp with negative supply, your output will not come negative, so your output will be wrong. So it's better to give both positive and negative supply to this kind of op-amp if you are connected dealing with inverting amplifier, right? All right, so this is the theoretical analysis of this inverting summing amplifier. Now let me run the simulation transient analysis and let me show you the different voltages. Okay, so to run the transient analysis, you have to go on simulate, then edit simulation command. You can see here the transient I have selected and the stop time is 100 milliseconds. So let's go with this only. Okay, let me click and show you the voltages at different node. You see is 100 millivolt, here is 200, you see guys here is 300, then you can find the voltage at this node is 1 millivolt. Can you see here the voltage? You can see all here the voltage is 10 millivolt, right? Let me delete it. Okay guys, and now let me show you the voltage at output. Okay, so you can see the voltage as output is minus 5.37. it is very closer to 5.4 volt. Okay, you can see your theoretical and your practical results are matching. Let me go quickly on run button and let me run the simulation and let us see the waveform. Okay, so let me go window here, child window vertically, you will see two window. You cannot further zoom here, so that's okay. So this is also okay if you cannot zoom. If you can zoom, that's well and good. And let me show you the output here. So this is 100 volt, you can see this is 100 volt, you can clearly see this is 200 volt, this, and this is 300 volt. Okay, and now you can see the voltage at this node is, you can see your this value was 1.02 and you can see here the voltage is 1.02. now let me show you the output voltage. Okay, you see the output voltage again coming is 5.37, and you, how was your calculated value? Your calculated value was minus 5.4 volt, and you see here when you run the simulation and you see the result for V out, you see here the result is very matching to your theoretical value, and I can see here it's 5.37. okay guys, it's a 5.37. so that is very interesting. You have supplied your input voltage, positive input voltage with very less voltage like 100, 200 and 300 milliseconds, but you can see how the output changes with reference to input, and you can see the output voltage is exactly matching with your input voltage, with your theoretical calculation. So your theoretical calculation says V out equals to 5.4 volt, and you can see here in the simulation your result almost matching, and it's a 5.37 volt. Okay, now let me change this resistance value and let's see what happens. So now you can see your feedback resistor and your input resistor are the same. Okay, now let me run the simulation again, let me show you. Okay, so again you see if the gain is 1, 300, so you can see in this case the A1, A2, A3 are minus 1, right? All right, so since the gain for three inputs A1, A2 and A3 are minus 9, and if you multiply by this voltages here in the formula, you can see somewhere around, it's how much, it's a 9.59.